Hi there, my fabulous ladies, my leading ladies, my high achievers. Yes, I call you these names not because you have achieved, but this is what I want to say. This is what I am saying about you. I do not see your current situation. I see you flying high. And that is what I want to talk about seeing the unseen, about seeing the ideal and not focusing on the current situation. I'm talking about visualization this week, the power of your mind, the power of visualization to be able to get you from where you are to where you want to be. That vehicle called visualization. It is a very powerful activity that can either make or break your purpose depending on what you focus on. Visualization is the act of seeing the unseen by creating the images with your mind, with your imaginative power, and dwelling on that imagination till it becomes a reality. You can call it the law of attraction, but I call it faith in pictures, meaning that you are putting some reality around what you want to happen in your mind. And of course, there are three elements to this visualization. You are the subject, the object, that is what you are trying to create, and then the medium by which you are creating, which is your imagination. These three things have to agree together for visualization to take place. So your subconscious mind has a way of ruling your life based on what you load into it. Remember that scripture in the Holy Book that says, as a man thinketh, so he is. What it's otherwise saying is that you become what you think. Your life goes in the direction of your thoughts. So when you think good things, lovely things, fruitful things, abundant things, then everything around you goes in that direction of fruitfulness, abundance, loveliness, and everything. You cannot be thinking good and then bad happens. There are usually agreements between what happens in your life and what goes on in your mind, because your mind is the power that creates your reality. Let me repeat that. Your mind has the power that creates your reality. And that is why it is very important that you feed your mind with the right raw materials so that it can produce for you the right realities. Your thought dictates the happiness in your life. Whatever you put into it, into that center of focus, whatever you dwell on, either good, bad, or ugly, or lovely, is what will end up manifesting in your life. As a leading lady, you've got to see the higher life to lead it. You've got to see the heights to attain it. Even if it takes years, the secret is in the consistency of what you set your gaze on. What you consistently focus on is very important. If I were you, I would build my life and achieve all I ever wanted by engaging this powerful force of nature, which is your thought. And that is what your thoughts use in creating images of exactly what you want to happen. And that process, again, is called visualization. Putting visuals around the thoughts of your ideal happiness, the things you want to happen in your life. Now, what can you use the power of visualization to do? Because it is not everything, contrary to what people say, it is not everything that the power of visualization can sort out. Power of visualization can start the process, but there are some other things you may need to add. But to just talk generally, you can do three things with the power of visualization. Number one, you can use it to achieve your purpose, and that is the futuristic enablement of visualization. So you can use it to create how you want the future to look. You can be as detailed as possible. Maybe you want a certain kind of husband. You want a certain kind of home. You want your business to be in a certain way, or you want your net worth to have a certain amount. It's funny sometimes when I go back and I think about how when I see some things happen to me today, I then remember when I used to think about those things long ago. And I will just smile and I will say, be careful of what you think. Because what to think about, what to dwell on has a way of happening to you. So that is number one thing. Number two is you can use the power of visualization to change a negative present moment situation. And I'm not talking about make-believe. I'm not telling you to fake anything. But you can actually re-engineer some current processes or courses in your life to what you want it to be. So your life is going in a certain direction. Things are not moving the way you want it to be. You can re-engineer and redirect those things with the power of your thought, and you can add your words to it. That's another powerful thing that you can do. When you visualize and then you give it life by speaking it forth. But that's not the pros. That's not what I'm focusing on this evening. The number three thing you can do with the power of visualization is to reduce anxiety symptoms. I mean, currently the world is in chaos. There is a lot of things happening. You hear news everywhere that can make your heart jump. You can visualize. It is a very popular relaxation technique that involves using your imagination to experience a desired feeling. You can choose, you can will your system, you can will your entire being into peacefulness. You can will your mind into calmness, confidence, motivation. It can help you to reduce nervousness. So, how do you do these things? There are guided visualization methods, and I want you to feel free to, practice it and adopt whatever works for you. But as a general rule or general starting point, your visualization will involve these high-level steps. I'm going to give 3 high-level steps, and then I'm going to give you an example of what you can do and how you can actually get some results, by following, some certain steps. Now, 3 things that you need to do when you want to visualize is you have to shut out external noise, both visual and oral noise. So close your eyes and that helps you to reduce distraction. Sometimes the things around you, the colors, the different items around you can be so noisy that they interfere with your thinking process. And you don't want to disrupt your imaginative process. You want everything to be together, And then you relax your mind and get it ready to create. And then you visualize, that is, you imagine. You travel to that world of abundance, sound health, good health, success, and so on. You can will yourself out of the pain that you're feeling. These things you can say, oh, it doesn't work. Well, why don't you try it? Let's get practical a little. Maybe for the next 30 days, you can choose to take 5 to 10 minutes every morning and every night to visualize, and in order to achieve what you want. I'm telling you, this thing works. The problem most times is that we're not consistent. You can't be consistent more than 2, 3, 4 days. But let us see whether you will be consistent for the next 30 days. And this is what you need to do. For the 5 minutes in the morning or in the night that you have chosen, you will close your eyes, take a few deep breaths and relax your body. And then begin to create. You can create a movie in your mind, more like seeing yourself achieving what you want. Make that picture big, bright, and bold. So let's say you want to become the CEO of a company whose net worth is about 100 million, for instance. Then you begin to see yourself actually in that movie. See yourself dressed up like a CEO, probably wearing a blue tailored suit with lovely heels, coming out of your lovely brand new car into an ultra modern building office complex, and then going into your ultra modern, fully finished and furnished smart office that has everything. And then you see yourself sitting down there in front of your latest, maybe Apple product or whatever you like, and then you see yourself punching, the figures, checking your account and seeing that 100 million net worth there, and see yourself calling your secretary, telling them what to do, and so on. You can be as real and as detailed as possible. For instance, I'm just giving an example. And then once you can see these pictures and movie clearly, put yourself, like I said, in that picture, and you're replaying it in your memory every time. So how do you feel? Your emotion must be involved. What can you hear? How you feeling when you're having these things? So when you visualize, for instance, maybe you're winning an award, pictures standing, on a stage and waiting to hear them announce the winner. And then when it is your name, how do you feel the rush of emotions? That's exactly what I'm talking about. So you have to feel like it's actually happening. That is, you've getting it into your subconscious. You're getting it into your subconscious when you do that. So, because when you actually become the CEO or when you actually win that award, you're going to feel exactly that same way. And you will remember how you felt in your dreams. And when you have finished visualizing, say to yourself, it is a done deal. You've got to believe with conviction that you can make it happen. And if you feel some doubts lingering in your mind, you can release those doubts. And you can do this by speaking out. So that is the other part of visualization. You speak out. You can say, oh, I release all doubt and trust that I'll make this happen. You can actually also recite what you're saying. You can, after imagining, you can say, oh, I see myself in my best car or in the office, fill in the details yourself. Say it to yourself. Let your universe, let your entire world and your entire being, let your ear, your brain, your leg, everything hear it, because they will all align to it. Let your entire universe hear what you want. They will all align to it. That is why visualization is different from wishing. Wishing is just at the state of, just thinking about it. But when you visualize, your emotions are involved. Everything inside of you are involved. And they will have no choice but to align. Everything has to align, So let me pause to say some things that what visualization is not and what it cannot do. Visualization cannot replace hard work. You have to still roll your sleeves. Somebody says that the best way to make your dreams come true is to wake up. I'll repeat it again. The best way to make your dreams come true is to wake up. So you cannot become a medical doctor by visualization without training, for instance. You have to add all the other elements that will make visualization to work. For instance, visualization is exactly what will attract all that is needed. So if, for instance, you want your business to become 100 million, visualization is not going to produce 100 million into your account just like that. No, what it's going to do is that, because like some people call it the law of attraction, it will attract the business idea, the connections, the situations, and the contacts that will bring that realization of 100 million into your account and into your life. That is what visualization will do. So visualization sets your pace, direct your body, direct your mind, direct your movement, direct your actions, and bring those things towards you. So visualization will help you achieve by attracting those things that are positive, that are positively related to what you are dreaming about. That is why it is very important that you still roll your sleeves, because that part of hard work must still be there. Or you cannot stay in your bedroom and expect to have 100 million in your account. Even if it is a remote job, you still have to pick your phone and call and do some other things. So that is why it is very important that you roll your sleeves and don't think, so it cannot replace hard work. Visualization will make things happen, but it is going to bring out the process, going to attract everything that you need. So don't forget the things I've spoken about. Your subconscious mind is the seat of imagination, is the seat. That is where whatever you imagine goes into, and it has a way of processing it and then attracting it. Your consciousness, your conscious mind processes and imagine things and then goes into your subconscious to produce what You think and think. That is why it is very important that you don't feed your mind with the wrong things. Anything you feed your mind with, it is going to produce it back for you. So in a nutshell, you need to be open-minded towards the after workings of visualization. Don't suggest the way things will happen. Your own is to imagine the end point, the end in mind, and allow the opportunities to be attracted and to bring it to pass. And with that, I would like to end this week's podcast. I believe that you have been made to soar like an eagle. See yourself soar like an eagle. I believe you've been made to conquer like a lion. See yourself conquering like a lion. Any contrary thing that wants to come your way, see yourself as that conqueror. If you want to see yourself dressed up for battle and see yourself conquer, whatever image works for you, make sure that you psych yourself from within. Because if you cannot psych yourself and see yourself in that thing, you're not likely to achieve it. Again, I leave you with these questions. What can you see? How do you see? How far can you see? Until next week again, thank you so much for listening and have a great day ahead.